Okay, this is map 3, Anubis.
Guys. Envious taking up the defense.
Classic Overwatch map, everyone's favorite. Your toe's still broken? Oh my god.
Easy drill once again on that Genji, and while we don't see a full-on dive comp, we do see the Genji. We do see pressure be exerted by the 2-2-2 that has become a bit more popular lately.
Yeah, but look at this. We're actually at the quad tank coming through from Envious. Internet Hawk swapping over to the Winston, and it's going to be a solo heal coming out of.
They run the solo heal comp, which is very good, but you have to play like very particularly around it. That sleep dart on Taimu actually, was that on Taimu? Who was that on? That sleep dart on Taimu? It's actually really big. Like it's bigger than I think I gave it credit for. Because like this whole time, Taimu's not spamming right clicks, so this Reinhardt gets like full shield advantage right now. And then suddenly like they just get all this room and like it's a little rough for them. They do clean up though. I think it's because of the Genji more or less. Like they're running this weird dive comp with like this tank setup, and then it's a little weird. I thought he said I like the Reaper switch here though. It's still hard to run. Like their comp is okay. You can't run single healer. Like maybe you can on offense, but nobody's tried it yet, so I don't even know if it's good. But they kind of have to wait for an opening. Like they need a pick off, and because this Reaper's gonna have such a hard time against the 76. Like Reaper's smart against the Winston, but I think that they need a D.Va here. Just to try to disrupt Harry Hook. But they don't ever run the D.Va. I don't know if they just don't have a D.Va player or what their like thinking is, but I think they're trying to like force a square hole or force a square peg into a circle hole.
It's going to be a pretty rough time for MVP so far.
Like now you're pushing into ult advantage, and this is just going to be really difficult. They keep trying to force this side for some reason. Now they switch to the D.Va. Like they're like, okay, like they keep switching heroes, and it like kind of ruins their pushes because they wind up with ult disadvantage because that hero that switches just screws themselves over. So they go for the Nano Reaper here, the Nano Reaper that doesn't have anything, and then good, huge Earth Shatter actually from Coco. The fight might have been completely different if Coco died. But Coco winds up like hitting him with the Earth Shatter in like that weird frame between where he was reloading, or shooting rather. And that actually is super game changing because they traded Earth Shatter for the Nano Boost. And the Nano Boost could have arguably killed them all.
Obviously didn't have the Death Blossom, didn't build up much meter at all during that time, but getting rid of the Nano Boost immediately, that was really well played by Coco to immediately have that Earth Shatter.
I mean, it's not pre-recorded. I mean, it's not pre-recorded. It was yesterday, but still bad. Sound barrier comes out from MVP Infinity, but the Lucio's like dead as soon as this is over. And they don't ever really contest the high ground. But like you have all these heroes on Envious that are completely capable of contesting the low ground. Does he live here? No. No, say if he lives there, I'd be pretty sad. The feeling when one fact is losing a 1v1 to Chips in like the pit.
Now normally the Reaper is pretty good against a lot of tanks, but Harry Hook on the Soldier 76 kind of changes that because you have to deal.
What's the answer to the envy comp? I mean, you need to kill Chips. If you kill Chips, you win. Like Chips died, I think. Now, but like you need to out-sustain them somehow, but you need to somehow get on Chips. But the problem is that Chips is unkillable because he's Chips. Like maybe a Tracer's good. You just need some way to get on this Ana and make this Ana not be able to heal, and then like try to slowly whittle them down. But like he even gets sleep darted there. Like Chips hits a god sleep dart. Like how do you beat Chips? That's really the question here. Like whenever Chips is alive or doing things, they have a really hard time winning. But now they have the D.Va ult, they have Nano Boost. I mean, they have a lot of ults right now on MVP Infinity. They just have to make this Nano... And they got a lot of space, actually, because of that fight lasting so long. It made Envious not able to hold the high ground anymore. Coco dies at the beginning of this fight, and it's just kind of over, because then the Earthshatter comes out and there's no counter. They were very good about not using these Reaper ults, I think, when the fight was already won. But, they killed Coco, like, and Chips at the beginning of that.
Somebody's blocking it, though. What? No, it's just capping. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, it's... Oh, never mind. The overtime bar wasn't moving. It confused me for a second. It's been a while since I've cast Overwatch. I'm just so excited about this match, man. MVP Infinity, though, finally getting that first point. They're going to move on to point.
Hello, puppy.
But not a lot of time yet to tank it. Maybe about 3.5 minutes here.
They did get a lot of ultimates out from Anubis, though, so they have
Hello.
to build those back up. One fact, never had to use the death block.
What is happening?
Really crucial for
Let's
MVP.
watch some Overwatch, puppy.
Disrupting the team with that May.
They switched to this May and the Reaper, but I don't know why Taimu goes for the Reaper. I think the Hog might have been better.
While nearly gets frozen, the sound barrier
But,
keeping MVP Infinity healthy for the moment to land those right clicks.
I understand why he would go Reaper, like based off MVP Infinity's composition. What are you doing? You trying to slide out of here?
Back, almost wall him off. He was placed a little bit too far to keep him contained into that choke point, but that will be
Like MVP Infinity is really weak against the Reaper, but they don't have a Zarya. Like I think you need a Zarya against this to make this work. But they don't run the Zarya on defense. Like I wouldn't hate it if Mickey switched,
about to have that nano boost.
just so you have the bubble for Taimu to like work. But
Good instant hero changes when
Hey, I
they get to
guess.
the point B. No confusion about who is playing what, and they're well situated to.
But they're just gonna nano boost this Reaper because it's really good, and Envious doesn't have many ults because they swapped half their heroes.
It's really hard to take.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, nano boost onto one fact. It comes in with that Reaper, comes around the ice wall. Trying to avoid
So much damage from nano boost to Reaper actually,
Still has a Death Blossom if he wants to
and that's
use it.
like one of the strengths of Reaper.
Now, and wow, one fact finds a big ultimate.
Taimu actually ulted there too, but the Zarya wound up making the difference.
It's like Mickey, he'll lose his mech.
So I don't know.
Down, and that might
This
be
Reaper got
enough.
so much value actually.
They're gonna start stacking this one up, get that first tick. Harry Hook gonna buy some time, goes in
Kill
with
him.
the ice block, waiting for the rest of his members to respawn.
Then Harry gets farmed here. This Reaper did so much work.
Yeah, it's all about delaying right now. Envious needs to kind of try to regroup somehow. As
But I wouldn't have hated it if like they ran their. I feel like if they ran a Zarya, it would have been so different. I don't think this Diva got a lot done. Because I like the Reaper pick though.
About it, maybe. Oh, he gets Harry Hook before he gets on the point.
That was just a sweep. It was just like a clean
Maybe that point isn't too hard to take sometimes.
fight. I don't know. That was just like a snowballing, never-ending push on offense. I mean, it happens. It's just hard to make happen.
They poke in a little bit, they lose Breck, and they gather themselves, they come back in, and they
Like
find some
McCree would have been good against
They're
that.
gonna have to beat the time.
Pharah would have been good on defense, but like they don't really have a Pharah player on Envy.
Do that. Might be time for a dive comp.
They could have ran a Zarya. Zarya would have been good.
Envious certainly has the
Dude, I don't know.
tools
They're
to
just whatever.
do that. Internet Hulk can always
Anubis is Anubis. You either full hold or you lose.
gonna probably see him go for something a bit more standard. We'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah, looking like it so far. Harry Hook on that Reaper now, expecting to run into a lot of tanks on the MVP Infinity side.
Let's see what Easy Bro wants to lock in so far.
Easy, bro. What a name.
Decided on the MVP roster will be the Genji.
All right, defensive Genji.
So gonna be
Hang on, puppy.
him on that and one
I'll go
back
downstairs in a
again
second.
with McCree.
How would I predict finals? I haven't even seen half the teams. I don't even know what patch we're gonna be on.
Far has not shown himself. That feel when you get a Hanzo and not a Widowmaker.
I'm not fully up to date on Korean Overwatch right now.
Hanzo's good on
Learning as I go.
You know, the worst feeling though is like
That's why I do
the
these.
game that I was in today when
I
you
know
were
Luxury Watch dominates,
team.
but as far as MVP and
It's like,
goes, I
No
know.
such thing as too many snipers.
yeah, there is. There's such a thing.
Will these VODs be on YouTube? Yeah.
Too many snipers.
Too many snipers. Not enough
Well, that's
damage.
true. I guess-
Not
I
enough
guess
team.
it's
No,
like
low team damage.
Ana and a Widowmaker. Or Ana and a Hanzo. Hanzo and Widowmaker
Never the
together,
double
though.
DPS.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, maybe I actually get my wish. Taimu might have heard me in the.
Widowmaker main Achilleos is very excited now.
I am. I'm very excited and very much.
Surprised they opt for the Reaper here.
Sticking with this.
Weird. It's like weird synergy.
In the air doesn't quite get high enough to poke out over top of that shield.
He's like trying so hard to be fancy there for no reason. Like that wasn't even like remotely high enough. But he does a shit ton of shield damage.
One of the nice things about Widowmaker, man. Don't need to tell you, you can take down that Reinhardt shield.
I like this push though. Like it forces the shield to stay up while Envious like sneaks in, and then that guy just is AFK. Like blowing off his gun or something.
One fact that arguably that's going to be a much more crucial pick from him.
I think one fact thought he was a little bit farther behind that wall than he was.
Taimu
Oh.
knock on a 1 HP and Easy Bro comes around the side. Is able to sneak him
Defensive
out.
Gengu against the Widow already.
Through with the Widowmaker if he's going to swap off. Only got about 40% charge on the ultimate so far.
Yeah, Undying with the kill on the Chips Ion. MVP Infinity forcing back Envious here.
There we go. Swaps over to the Roadhog.
Good start.
So he goes Widow for that pick. They don't really work it though. I don't know what happened to the rest of that push. I feel like, I mean, he got 2v1, but what happened to everyone else? Like, how did Harry not get more kills, or I don't know. That was weird. Like, the McCree was dead, and the Genji and the Lucio were on Taimu, so not really sure what happened there. The Korean Lucio noises are the best. They're, like, slightly racist.
Have the wraparound, so they have the fast track onto this point.
Yeah, trying to get down now, starting to filter in one by one from the high ground. Harry Hook dropping down behind Breck, gets a nano boost, has to raid for him immediately though. A lot of that nano boost going to be wasted, but Breck...
They played around this Genji so well, actually.
Not surviving long enough to really do anything.
If they had nano boosted him immediately, he would have gotten that kill on the Reinhardt, but it was like too slow. That like split second of indecision or split second of lack of communication actually hurt them, because I think if he actually had if he had gotten those 2 shots off that he had while he was nano boosted, that Reinhardt would have 100% been dead.
Yeah, things looking a little bit dire
Hang on,
already for
puppy.
Envious. You know, MVP Infinity.
But now MVP Infinity has like this ult bank just sitting there, gaining interest. They know Genji, that's all they use. Very easy fight for them.
MVP Infinity tearing Envious apart right now.
Yeah, this is looking so bad for Envious and MVP. They didn't have to really use much. They just used the 2 ultimates there in conjunction with each other, the Nano Boost and the Dragon Blade. They still have.
So look at this defensive ult economy. Like, they use 2, that's all I need.
So if they get that massive Earth Shatter from Breck,
They just need a Graviton right now.
coming through from one back.
Mickey trying to dislodge some of the members from the high ground there. Why not come back in with the Graviton Surge? And one fact, looking for something with the Deadeye.
He pops the mech from Mickey.
He does, it's pretty big, but he's going to use the self-destruct. That was a bit of a desperation move from Mickey, but he does kill Why Not somehow with that. And Envious making it onto the point.
What's crazy is that positioning from Mickey where he gets ulted or where he gets high noon like winds up being a really sick spot to pop and like X-suit from. I don't think that MVP Infinity should have lost that fight. I mean, the high noon didn't do much. The sound barrier didn't do much. I don't know who they nano boosted. I think the Zarya during the grab, but it was weird. Now Harry's on the 76. I personally find 76 to be one of like the worst heroes to push this last point with. I think he's like super underwhelming. The line of sight's like pretty bad. They go for this attack visor combo, but like you see here, they all just kind of scatter. Nobody even like gets on the point. He has no one to shoot at. The Reinhardt shield's still full. So now I just burned attack visor and Chips is dead. Like, this fight's over. There's like nothing to talk about here.
3 members of MVS go down, and MVP they will hold for a bit longer here. So we can see 3 ultimates available to them. Almost 4, as Why Not's about to have another Graviton.
I think Kai had impact. I mean, I would assume between the middle of the games a little bit, but I don't know. The Winston's a little awkward here too. I don't think Winston's that good at closing out the map. I think there's better heroes for it. Surprised Taimu didn't go for the McCree or something. Chips actually almost hit that sleep dart, I'm pretty sure. Not that it matters. I mean, they killed Chips. This fight's over. But Taimu pops Monkey ult in the back, and I don't know why. I guess Taimu suicided or something and just wanted to get off the hero. He goes for the Mei. I still don't know why. Like, I would have preferred the Tracer or the... what's it called?
I think it's a good idea.
Tracer or the McCree might have been better, but I think, like, I don't know how much success Harry's having either. I understand that they want to just try for the nano boosted Reaper again, but they're like super pressed for time and they weren't running the comp like, the whole time. So I don't know, man.
Will have to peel back.
And they love to just get Chips in there on point B on this map with
the hold on, puppy.
So we'll see if they can do that.
Easy Graviton combo.
He's getting the upper hand big time, man. Doesn't even need to use that Death Blossom. And still, 230 remaining for Envious, so they're not out of it just yet.
Easy.
Set up a bit more of a successful.
Mickey switched to the Zarya pretty late though, and they don't have Graviton. Like, I don't know. Did they just pop Grav? I don't know what just happened. Did Mickey have Grav that fight? What happened? No, he like literally got from 6% to 22 before he died, or 30 before he died.
All member immediately into the plethora of ultimates available to them. Envious still stacking up.
Yeah, so now they're pushing with the sound barrier. He never actually got grabbed, he just switched. So like they're still waiting for this Mickey Graviton, I think, before they can do anything. But they still try to force this fight with sound barrier. But they get absolutely like stunted by this push. Like they commit half their ults to this fight, but not all of them, and they could have just waited. I don't know. This looked like a really weird fight because they knew that they didn't have Graviton, but they had to assume that there was Earthshatter. I don't know why Coco commits the Earthshatter there. Like, they're never going to win a fight versus a Nano Boosted Reaper. Like, it's still too risky. So, I'm not really positive on that play. Mickey switched to Zarya way too late. I think he should have been Zarya the second that they capped the first point because, like, you see him again here struggling to get Graviton up. It's been, like, 2 or 3 pushes. Still only stuck at 50%, which is not ideal. Like, if you don't get the Graviton, it's still really hard to end this map. And Taimu goes for like this desperation play, but it's like too scattered, you know? Like Hulk's already dead. It's easy, bro. Genji comes out with the Dragon Blade. Like imagine if they had Sound Barrier now. Like it's a different game. But not having the Lucio is a big deal. And this is why I think the Mei pick kind of hurt them. Like this Lucio does so much work right now. He like distracts them just long enough for them to get Earthshatter, and then the fight's over. But it's what happens when you don't have any ranged DPS. Like no hit scan on that Lucio, he just runs around the circles. I think Envy misplayed this map a little bit. Like Harry tries to do work here, but that Lucio that Lucio stopping the point for that long really hurt them. Like if they didn't have to worry about that Lucio, maybe they don't get Earth Shattered. I mean, it's really good play from that Lucio, but the hell is that pulse bomb?
But it doesn't really matter. He has chips contained. Coco's the only one on the point, and now it's ticking down in overtime. Looks like MVP will be able to take
guy's mouse movement.
Point. MVP 2-1 over Envious.
Wow, what can you say? MVP Infinity just really coming to play today and giving Envious, our reigning champion, a run for their money. Cool to see. And I gotta again point out Sylph is really.
Well, that was map 3. I'm gonna pause real quick. I have to go.